The Minnesota Vikings are turning heads in the NFL with a record of 13-2 after a thrilling win against the Seattle Seahawks. This wasn't just any victory, it was a showcase of precision and determination led by Sam Darnold, who played one of his best games yet. Completing 22 of 35 passes for 246 yards and 3 touchdowns, Darnold didn't just avoid mistakes, he played like a seasoned leader. No interceptions, no reckless throws, just clutch performances that kept the Vikings in control when it mattered the most. What really stood out was the fourth quarter comeback. Down 24-10, with less than 4 minutes to play, Darnold faced a communication malfunction. But instead of faltering, he rose to the occasion. Adapting on the fly, he went 4 for 5, picked up 49 passing yards, scrambled for a crucial 6-yard gain, and turned a face mask penalty into a red zone opportunity. The result? A game-winning drive that was nothing short of brilliance, showing his mastery of the offense under pressure. This game wasn't just about the numbers, it was about leadership and trust. Darnold's connection with head coach Kevin O'Connell has clearly paid off. With smarter decision-making and improved mechanics, he is transformed into a quarterback who thrives in big moments. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more NFL content. Let's aim for 350 likes on this video. The Minnesota Vikings offense is firing on all cylinders, and the game against the Seattle Seahawks proved just how dangerous they can be. Leading the charge was Justin Jefferson, who was unstoppable with 10 catches for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. No matter what Seattle threw at him, double teams, bracket coverages, Jefferson found ways to break free. His game-winning 39-yard touchdown was a masterclass in chemistry with Sam Darnold, showcasing their near-telepathic connection built through countless hours of practice. But the offense wasn't a one-man show. Jordan Addison added critical support with 5 catches for 35 yards and a touchdown that kept the defense on its toes. While C.J. Ham and Jalen Nailor didn't light up the stat sheet, their timely contributions helped stretch the field and prevent Seattle from locking in on Jefferson. It's this balanced attack that makes the Vikings so hard to defend. The Minnesota Vikings defense may not have been perfect against the Seattle Seahawks, but when it mattered, they stepped up. Geno Smith put up impressive numbers, completing 31 of 43 passes for 314 yards and 3 touchdowns, but the defense delivered 2 game-changing interceptions. Turner, who has been a rising star over the past month, snagged one, while Theo Jackson came up clutch with a game-sealing pick that left Seattle's comeback hopes in shambles. A standout performance came from Andrew Van Ginkel, who was an absolute force in the backfield. With multiple sacks and relentless pressure, Van Ginkel disrupted Seattle's rhythm all game long. His career-best form couldn't have come at a better time for the Vikings, as his aggressive play helped the defense keep Seattle in check during key moments. While the defense gave up 361 total yards, their ability to deliver in critical situations showed their resilience. Whether it was stuffing drives late in the game or forcing turnovers, the Vikings defense proved they have the depth and determination to compete at the highest level. These kinds of performances will be crucial as they eye a deep playoff run. The Minnesota Vikings running game may not have been the flashiest against the Seattle Seahawks, but it played a steady role early on. Aaron Jones led the charge with 18 carries for 67 yards, averaging just over 4 yards per carry in the first half, before Seattle tightened up their run defense. While the numbers may seem modest, Jones's early gains helped keep the Seahawks honest, creating space for the passing game to thrive. As the game progressed, Seattle stacked the box, forcing the Vikings to try mixing in Cam Akers. While Akers couldn't break through with significant gains, his presence provided a fresh look that helped balance the offense. The ground attack wasn't a highlight, but it kept the defense guessing just enough to prevent them from fully keying in on Sam Darnold and the passing game. Special teams don't always get the spotlight, but for the Minnesota Vikings, they were the unsung heroes in the win against the Seattle Seahawks. Will Reichard delivered in high-pressure moments, nailing a 52-yard field goal that kept the Vikings in the fight. He remained perfect throughout the game, showing why reliability in the kicking game can be a game-changer. Ryan Wright, the Vikings punter, also had a standout performance. Late in the game, Wright's pinpoint punt pinned the Seahawks deep in their own territory, flipping the field and putting the defense in a position to close out the win. Plays like these might not grab headlines, but they often make the difference in tight games. The synergy between the Vikings' special teams and the rest of the roster highlights their all-around strength. The Minnesota Vikings owe much of their success to head coach Kevin O'Connell, who has built a culture of resilience and adaptability that is powering the team through this incredible season. Despite being written off by many experts before the season started, the Vikings have silenced the doubters with their 13-2 record. This win against the Seattle Seahawks wasn't just about talent, it was about the mentality O'Connell has instilled in his players. The Minnesota Vikings' journey isn't over yet, and the next 2 games will define their season. First, they face the Green Bay Packers at home, a team that has been gaining momentum late in the season. The Packers' strong recent performances mean the Vikings can't afford to let their guard down, even with the home field advantage. Every play will count as they look to defend their turf and keep their winning streak alive. After that, it's a showdown with the Detroit Lions, a game that could very well decide the NFC North title. The Lions have been a surprise contender this year, making this matchup one of the most anticipated games of the season. With both teams fighting for playoff positioning, the stakes couldn't be higher. For the Vikings, winning out means more than just pride. It could secure the #1 seed in the NFC, giving them a first-round bye and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. These challenges are more than just games. They're opportunities for the Vikings to prove they belong at the top of the NFL. If they can maintain their focus and execution, they'll be in prime position to make a deep playoff run. The Minnesota Vikings are proving week after week why they're one of the most exciting teams in the NFL. With a 13-2 record and momentum on their side, the Vikings are rewriting expectations and showing they have what it takes to contend with the best. After their gritty win against the Seattle Seahawks, key players reflected on the team's effort, highlighting their patience and ability to overcome adversity. The defense, special teams, and offense all came together in a true team performance. Players like Sam Darnold praised the defense and special teams for their contributions, while acknowledging the need to tighten up on stalled drives. Justin Jefferson, meanwhile, spoke about staying patient despite the heavy coverage he faced, emphasizing the importance of team effort. These insights give fans a glimpse into the mindset of a team that knows the road ahead won't be easy, but is fully prepared for the challenge. Now the question is, can the Vikings maintain their focus and finish the season strong? Will their resilience be enough to overcome tough divisional rivals like the Packers and the Lions? Let us know what you think in the comments. Do you believe the Vikings are destined for the Super Bowl, or do they still have something to prove? If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Your support helps us bring you the best NFL content. Let's see where this incredible Vikings journey takes us next.